Good morning. Today's video is from my last one about some of the abusive things we do to ourselves in the codependency cycle. And today, as I said in the last video, I want to share some of these behaviors we do when we're in this low self-worth and self-abuse. So I call it the codependent crazies. When we're in the codependent crazies, it is absolute insanity, and we do things we would not do if we were of sound mind. So just some things that maybe you relate to, maybe you don't, some of them or not, but I want to raise people's awareness about the condition of codependency and how it is presenting in our lives. So some things might be, this is from my book on page 142. So texting a new or former partner obsessively and you just can't stop. So this is when you've texted someone and they haven't texted you back, so you text them again, did you get my text? And then you wish you hadn't texted and you go in and try to delete the text and it's too late. And I think, well, I know what I can understand because I've done that many times. And it doesn't have to be a former partner. It can be when we can't stop texting someone obsessively to get their response. Checking social media profiles in a way that could be interpreted as stalking. So we go on, we see where they were on Tuesday, or who they were with, and then we go into their profiles. That's very obsessive, sick thinking. Butting into people's conversations and not listening. So I have a story around this. When I was 5, I had a teacher called Mr. Bramwell in Fielding, New Zealand, and I ran home to my mother. I was very excited to say, Mr. Bramwell said I was the best butter-inner in the class. That has been a self-fulfilling prophecy. I'm not listening, I'm butting in, I think I've got to tell them this. If I don't tell them this, then I'll forget to tell them. We are not listening. This has been one of the biggest learnings or trainings, and sometimes I've still got to catch myself, is to be able to settle myself down and be present with the person and what they are saying. Very excessive behavior. Leaving underage children alone at home to go searching for a partner, or that may have addiction problems, or that you may think maybe a partner is, or this can be a friend, driving past your former partner's home, all of these things. That can be a friendship as well. Again, it's obsessive and it's insanity. Allowing your partner to drive the car with you and your children in it when they're under the influence of alcohol. I'm very ashamed to say that that's what I used to do years and years ago. We would all go out, and when we look back now at what the over the limit was, that kind of didn't have that sort of same thing like then. My former husband would drive the car. When I look back now, I think that was just, I'm very ashamed of those behaviours. Overworking and becoming unpredictable work. Working to the time where you're burnt out, you're at your bandwidth, and you're not even productive at work. Not even showing up at work. You can't face work. I can't tell you the times that people cannot face going to work because their codependency has overwhelmed them. And I had many weeks and days in bed I couldn't even function. I was paralyzed. So being generally unpleasant to be around because our codependency has overtaken us. So these are things to check in with ourselves and check in with and sought help for. These are conditions of codependency, not being connected with ourselves and not putting ourselves first and doing the recovery work. Thank you.